Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Mindfully Breathing with Flowering Smiles. I'm Matt Buchanan. We are kindly, gently, and lovingly opening our eyes and discovering ourselves through the Buddha's full discourse on breathing, as Thai had updated. Each episode presents a pair of the discourse's steps, along with additional important concepts to scaffold you into an episode's guided meditation. This podcast is an opportunity to experience the Buddhist discourse. We're in the end part of 1 and 2. I'm aware of my in-breath. I'm aware of my out-breath. And it's at the end, so we're doing the 3 doors of liberation, and today is aimlessness. This line right here in my typical introduction is the aimlessness. There's no need to rush. We aren't going anywhere. We're just letting go so our eyes can open. So please lovingly sit and be while enjoying the happiness and peace that you are. What is it like to sit in aimlessness? Our objective is to just be and know we are home. Why is this important? Above all, aimlessness is not about trying or accomplishing. It's about being right here, right now. Peace and happiness grow right here. How do we get there? Steps 1 and 2, in and out. Aimlessness and the smile. And lastly, experiencing the meditation. It's time for some Sangha sharing. So if you're with another, please share as we have been doing. It's a great time to listen. It's a great time to share. The Dharma Talk. Aimlessness Defined. Thai defined it as the third door of liberation is aimlessness. Aimlessness means you don't put anything in front of you as the object of your pursuit. What you are looking for is not outside of you. It is already here. You are already what you want to become. Concentrating on aimlessness releases your longing and craving for something in the future and elsewhere. That's from The Lion's Roar and attributed to Thich Nhat Hanh from March 2022, the 31st. Aimlessness. You are enough. That's another way of defining aimlessness. You don't need to become more or less to realize peace and happiness. It's already intrinsically within you. Reflect back to the Meadow meditation or the Meadow lab that we did. Did you have such a feeling or an experience of just being and you were enough? Did you feel the completeness of the meadow as a whole? Did you feel any lacking in the meadow? Any longing in the meadow? Because of interbeing, you can experience everything in one single breath. Reflect back to some of our earlier meditations. Remember how you didn't want to move when a meditation concluded. That experience felt so complete. You didn't want anything. You didn't need anything. Just being there was everything you ever wanted or needed. You felt complete. You were happily content. In those moments, you were immersed in namelessness. If we go back to the meadow, from the perspective of the flower, there was birth and there was death. From the whole meadow perspective, there were many births and deaths. Birth was a result of death. Birth and death were just states of interbeing in the meadow, states of life. This is the no birth, no death of emptiness, empty of self and full of the life in the whole meadow. If you're able to let go enough, you felt a deep sense of peace about the meadow, about being in the meadow, about being with the meadow. Within that peace was aimlessness. And if you want to, go back to that podcast and listen to it again and listen for that feeling. Intellectual versus the experience. All I've said above here really is in these descriptions. It's intellectual, right? It's a written definition. You open a book, there it is. Clearly, they have their purpose, these definitions. However, meditation offers us an experience. We can define aimlessness as you are enough, or referring back to Ty's quote. And you can reflect back to those meditations of being happily content. You are enough is definitely a part of the content experience, but there's more to it than that. You know this because you have experienced it in those meditations. If your friend has never ridden a roller coaster and you explain the experience, your friend will know intellectually about it, but she will not know the experience of riding the coaster. After her first time on the coaster, she may not have words to describe the experience. All she may say is, wow. The experience was so new that it's still abstract in her thinking, even though she knew all the definitions and all about the experience as you had shared. After time and writing again, the experience will become more familiar and the experience become more concrete in her mind and her heart. Then she'll be able to describe the experience with detail. Meditation can be like this too. The experienced insight may be so new that it'll be abstract to you. The feeling will be very visceral, but to be able to define it more than just, wow, it may not be time yet. So give it time to grow in your meadow within you, and you'll begin to understand it more and more. But above all, just simply savor the experience. Be curious. Spend time getting to know the peace and contentment. Rest in it. Be curious about it. Ask questions about it and go find answers within it. It is your true home. What is it like to be home? Let's be in aimlessness. Recall a memory when you didn't want to end the meditation. Invite yourself to return to that peace and contentment where you didn't need anything. You didn't need to acquire. You felt completely nourished, completely full of life and no lack. This meditation is 16 minutes with bells at 2. As I breathe in, I enjoy my in-breath. As I breathe out, I smile with thankfulness for my out-breath. In, out. As I breathe in, I happily offer calmness to my body and mind. As I breathe out, I invite my body and mind to ease any tensions. Calm, ease. As I breathe in, I lovingly smile to my body and my mind. As I breathe out, I release those tensions. I am in the present moment. Peace and contentment blooming into happiness are here. This is a wonderful moment. Present moment, wonderful moment. As I breathe in, I enjoy the peace within my in-breath. As I breathe out, I share the peace with my whole self. Enjoy the peace, share the peace. As I breathe in, I am being the peace of the moment. As I breathe out, I am home. Be the peace, home. As I breathe in, I'm being in the contentment of this moment. As I breathe out, I am home. Contentment, home. As I breathe in, just be and smile. As I breathe out, I am home. Be home. Thank you for sitting with me during this meditation. And I hope and wished for you to have a release of tensions, a release of stress and pressure, and that in the thought that you are not enough. So you can sit and be in the fullness of who you are, with the aimlessness of not needing anything, and finding in that space that peace is there, contentment is there, happiness is there. And amazingly enough, that's your home. That's my home. What a beautiful experience. Thank you and enjoy your day.